Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again to my ranting and raving. Basically, one thing that came to mind recently is just how subtle it gets in terms of believing that certain things are the truth, certain ways of experiencing or talking, or certain people that I kind of really believed in. You know, just putting that whole thing on a pedestal and really having the sense that there's a group of people, or there's a group of teachings or way of speaking or different types of experiences that are the truth, and then there's kind of everything else that is, you know, a bunch of lies or something. And it's amazing just how much that's actually changed, you know, just almost moment to moment in a way, in terms of what can be believed to be the truth in this moment, and then it can be forgotten about the next moment and something else seems more valid. Whether it's a teaching or a word someone said, or the way someone represents themselves in the world, or a certain experience, you know, like the experience of the ego disappearing or something. You know, oh, that's what the truth is. It's a total annihilation of the ego. And just, you know, and then comparing it to something else, saying, okay, well, I know this is true because this is not, you know. I know, for instance, a lot of people really believe in non-duality. A lot of people really buy into the teachings of non-duality and sort of hold it as the benchmark, I think, of truth, in the sense of accurate teaching, or, you know, the best way of talking about it or something. And then you have people who really believe in it in the same way that a fundamentalist Christian believes in the teachings of the Bible or something. But really, I mean, what I've noticed for me, it's like, how can any of this stuff really be the truth? Or how can it even be better than other things to point to the truth necessarily, without it just being another subjective judgment? You know, it's just me judging. It's me judging what is. It's me wanting the truth for myself, and it's wanting to associate with who I arbitrarily believe knows the truth more than I do. Or maybe it's believing that I know the truth more than others, and therefore I can be the authority now. You know, now I got it. You know, check me out, I got it. Other people don't. Come see me instead of them. So it's kind of wanting to be on the right side of the fence in a way, you know. If I'm not grounded in the truth, if I'm not living in unconditional love, the next best thing is to want to associate with, you know, the things that seem to be going to that seem to be moving towards that in whatever way. So this is kind of the invitation to really just sort of drop all of that and just allow ourselves to experience what is, just to live what is, and allow it to just reveal itself to us, to just sort of let it immerse us in whatever it is, and not even have to label it, not even have to, you know, jump into a concept and compare it or contrast it, or, you know, hope it stays, hope it goes, say it's not quite it yet, it's not quite good enough, I don't really want this version of it, I would prefer to be a little more blissed out, I'd rather not still, you know, be in the body or something. And then that can be a whole other issue with truth seeking, is basically wanting to escape from what I perceive to be a very unsatisfactory embodied existence. You know, like living in the body is somehow bad in whatever sense. Or I basically equate suffering with the body, say things like, if I really knew oneness, then I could avoid all the issues of the body. I could sort of jump over the body, you know, just kind of sit up here and let the body, like, be like a puppet master, and the body just is sort of a dead, lifeless thing. But I'm the awareness, you know, I'm the consciousness. I'm stuck in this absolute kind of place, thinking that I'm beyond the relative functioning of a body-mind, which I'm trying to get rid of. Whether, some people kill their body-mind to try to, avoid suffering, and some people in spirituality, myself included, would try things like, jumping into consciousness and avoiding, the feeling of all those emotions sitting there, the deep ones that are kind of really repressed and spiritualized. And it can get really subtle in the way that not a lot of people call each other on certain things, because there's mechanisms going on that make us want to avoid really getting down to what our actual experience is, if it gets too kind of uncomfortable for us. Like for me, I have a very low tolerance for feeling uncomfortable in my own skin, and so I set up base camp here, and we all know what that's like. Some of us, spend more time in our heads than others, but I think we all know what it's like to sort of feel that disconnect from our actual experience and the attempt to remedy it with concepts, which to me, it feels like it's like a fool's errand. I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's not that I'm not good at it. It's not that I haven't gotten the right amount of practice with it. It's just, it can't be done. Because here it is. This is the present experiencing. Why would the truth want to negate the human experience? Why would the truth want to make this bad or wrong? And because it's happening, there's no way to really deny it or get rid of it. So it's really about realizing, okay, it's me that's imposing this on life, on my embodiment, on my kind of psychology. And the truth just lovingly allows it. The truth just lovingly allows our own dream. And it also lovingly, I would say, encourages a waking up out of that dream into deeper and deeper revelations of itself. But it just lovingly allows what is, despite what we do or don't do. And to me, that's the miracle. And it's just, it's really an invitation to consciously participate with the indiscriminate lover of what is. Because it's true. Just because of the fact that it's true. And the only way we can know that that this is the case, not that the words really describe it in any degree of accuracy, but in terms of words, I would say indiscriminate love or unconditional love would be, some of the most accurate in terms of pointing to this. So that can be kind of a starting off place. Let's start with that which allows what is, or embraces what is, just allows it to be what it is. So it's a good thing to start with the most true aspect of our experiencing, the most valid or the most evident, or how would you call it, the most real aspect of day-to-day experiencing, or rather this moment of experiencing. So that's always the invitation that I feel is going on. And so thank you, thanks for tuning in once again, and all the best.